Yeah, good morning, everyone, and happy New Year to all. US market on Friday had seen marginal decline, whereas today morning the futures are marginal positive. Various Asian markets are closed, like Japan and China, whereas Hong Kong is marginally down. As such, China metal market is also closed, and before that, on Friday, LME metal movement was also quite range bound, and was aluminum was down by around 0.3%, and copper was up by around 0.3%, and oil is also, as compared to Friday, is marginally down. So no great movement are seen in the international market, considering the holiday type of thinking. I'll request technical team to take up from here.
A very good morning, everyone, and a very happy New Year's to all of you. This is Ayush Mehta. I'll be taking the technical call for the day. Well, in the last trading session on Friday, there was a good buying momentum in our markets, and there was some good stocks who have performed really well. Well, for today, taking the cues from the global markets, we feel Nifty will open on a flattish note, and there will going to be a range bound moment in today's session. But if the buying movement continues and if Nifty breaks the resistance of 17,400, which is its 50 DMA, then the immediate resistance is placed at 17,500. And if there's a closing above that, we'll witness a further rally towards 17,580. But if we see if it is going to be a range bound session, then for immediate support is placed at 17,260, followed by 17,170. Moving on to Bank Nifty, well, Bank Nifty is still struggling for a breakout. So the immediate resistance for Bank Nifty is placed at 35,850, and if it witness a closing above that, then it might go towards 36,070, towards 36,300 to 400 levels. Whereas for the Bank Nifty, immediate support is placed at 35,300, followed by 35,000. Moving on Nifty Financial Services are very flat right now, this index, but we feel it's going to be a range bound in this index as well. The immediate resistance for this index is placed at 17,350, followed by 17,440, whereas support is placed at 17,180 and 17,100. Moving on to the positive stocks, Hindalco and Idea are looking very good at these levels. One can take a buying call in this. Also, SHK is looking good at this level. We have initiated a buy call on this week. One can take a long position for a target of 170 by keeping a stop loss of 150. That's all from my side. I request derivative guys to take the call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Ayush. See, on the derivative front, first of all, as I said on Friday, the data is positive now, and we are likely to move towards 17,500 odd levels. With the gap up today, we might reach 17,500 soon. Also, looking at the data which has come on Friday, it is a good sign that we are opening up. If we open up and close above the 17,500 levels, there is a very good likelihood that Nifty can go up towards 17,800, 17,850 odd levels going forward. So another 300, 400 points from here for Nifty and stocks as well. Nifty has opened this series with low open interest, which is good. PCR is at good positive levels, and the VIX continues to remain around the 16 odd levels now, which is a good sign. It is not increasing, and it is likely to decrease going forward. From the stock specific front, banking stocks which had very high open interest in the last month, the rollovers have been pretty decent for these banks, and not higher rollovers have been seen. So these stocks are likely to witness some support buying from current levels, and Very likely, banking is likely to move up for the next couple of trading sessions. So look out for the same. Also, PSU stocks have shed a lot of open interest in this expiry. So PSUs are likely to make a good move for the entire expiry. So one can look to buy the PSU stocks going forward for this expiry. That's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year to you all. The auto numbers for December month we will quickly discuss. We had discussed the expectations on Thursday. Posted below expected numbers. M&M sales declined by 19% and escorts by almost 40%. So clearly, after last year, which was very good, the tractor industry is undergoing a downturn now. One positive surprise was from VST tillers, where the tiller sales did very well, and the overall sales for VST tillers grew by 28%, which is commendable. Tata Motors CV growth was flattish at 4%, somewhat in line with expectations, but on the PV side, the growth was at 50% and above estimates. And now Tata Motors has overtaken Hyundai to become the second largest passenger vehicle company. So that's a positive sign. Maruti volumes declined by 4%, largely in line. In two-wheelers, TVS was below expectation as sales declined by 8% against expectation of flattish sales. Hero sales declined by 12%, in line with estimates. The company which stood out for the month of December was Eicher Motors, where Royal Enfield sales bucked the two-wheeler industry trend and grew by 7% against expectation of a decline of 12%. So Eicher Motors as well as VST dealers stood out for the month of December. APL Apollo Tubes volumes for Q3 were disappointing at 402,000 tons and against year-on-year 486,000 tons. So quite a decline on YOY basis, and also on quarter-on-quarter basis it was 427,000 tons. So negative for the stock. KNR Construction has sold its 49% stake in two of its SPVs, which were HAM SPVs. So one they received 137 crores and in another SPV 108 crores. Both of them were sold to Cube Highways. So company has been selling its HAM projects to this company Cube Highways in last few years. So net it is positive, and even the remaining 51% stake in both the SPVs will be sold at a future date. So positive for KNR Construction. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and wish you a very happy new year. Aurobindo has transferred its vaccine business to wholly owned subsidiary Oro Vaccine for a lump sum of rupees 299 crores. This is the business currently has zero revenues, so it's kind of a financial perspective. It's a neutral development. However, this increased the hope that the company would soon demerge their injectable business, what the whole street is now waiting for. Avenue Supermart, that is DMart, has come out with their quarterly update. They reported revenue of rupees 9,065 crores for the third quarter versus 7,433 last year same quarter. That's a growth of 22%. If you see the CAGR of last 2 years, it comes to also 16%. Whereas the quarter two-year CAGR was 13%. The company also added 17 new stores in Q3, which is highest ever in last 7 quarters. So the business is coming back on track. This is a positive development and positive outlook. However, we need to remember that the stock is already very expensive. But at least for today's short term, this would be positive. And also the company is coming out with their quarterly results on this Saturday. So that would keep the stock in focus. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. NMDC released its production data for the month of December. The production came at 3.95 million ton versus 3.34 million ton month on month and 3.86 million ton year on year, whereas sales came at 3.4 million ton, which is up by 18% month on month and down by 6% year on year. This is neutral for the company. Coal India production for December month came at 60 million ton, up by 12% month on month and 3% year on year. Offtake for the month came at 60.7 million ton, up by 7% month on month. Total offtake for the quarter three came at 174 million ton, up by 13% year on year. This is positive for the company. Thank you.
So, Moil has also reduced prices by around 2.5% for the coming month, that is for January. So that can have a marginal negative impact. Apart from that, Indonesia has stopped export of coal for near term because of shortage of coal in the power plant. So that can act as a bit supportive to the coal prices, which were coming down in international market. Coal, if you remember, went up from around $80 to around $240, and then from there it was consistently correcting. And recently it came down to around $115. But this move of Indonesia, which is the largest exporter of coking of the thermal coal, which has stopped the export, can have some positive impact on coal volume. And this can have, if the prices start moving up, then can have some negative impact on some power plant and even the cement companies and all. Tata Power has a mine over there in Indonesia, which is been used as an hedge for increasing coking coal increase in the thermal coal prices for their plant in India. So that can have a marginal negative impact on Tata Power. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.